Hello everybody, welcome to sixth part of introduction of partnership. Now today we will be solving two questions. They are again related to preparation of P&L appropriation and capital account. Refer to question number 9 first. Just an overview about the question. Bhadresh and Hiral are partners of a firm. Profit and loss sharing ratio is 3:2. On 1st April 16, total capital of the firm was 4,20,000 and the proportion of their fixed capital is 4:3. On this day, balances of their current accounts are as follows. Bhadresh 36,000 credit balance, that means positive, and Hiral 24,000, that means debit balance, negative balance. Now in this case we are provided with fixed capital and current account separately, so it implies fixed capital method. As per partnership deed, per annum 12% interest is payable on capital of partners, that is for fixed capital. Provide 10% interest on opening balances of current account, that is for current account balances. Per annum 12% interest is to be charged on drawings, and that will be based on value of drawings. Then further, rupees 2,400 per month as salary is payable to Bhadresh for his active role in firm. On 1st October 16, Bhadresh has withdrawn 36,000. 1st October 16, date of drawings, so accordingly interest for 6 months will be calculated. Whereas on 1st Jan 17, Hiral has withdrawn 48,000. So 1st Jan to 31st March will be 3 months. So accordingly 3 months interest would be calculated. 10% commission on net profit is payable to Hiral from profit, but after deduction of such share of her profit. Before consideration of above mentioned adjustment, the profit for the year ending 31st March of the firm was 4,06,800. Nothing is given, so it is implied this is profit before appropriation. From the above information, we are required to prepare P&L appropriation and capital and current account as per fixed capital method. So as it is already clarified, it is fixed capital method, so we have to solve it accordingly. Moving towards solution, the very first part, accounts to be prepared. One is P&L appropriation account, fixed capital account and current account. Now entry wise, the very first was provided balance of capitals. So capital balances will be recorded in fixed capital account as opening balance by balance brought down. Total capital was provided 4,20,000 and ratio of capital was 4:3. So 4,20,000 into 4/7, 4,20,000 into 3/7, that will give 2,40,000 and 1,80,000. Then next point given was current account balances. So current account balances would be recorded in current account. Bhadresh has credit balance, so balance will be recorded on credit side, whereas Hiral has debit balance, so her balance has to be recorded on debit side. Then the rate of interest on capital was provided 12%. So based on these fixed capital balances, we need to provide interest. So 24,000 and 18,000, 12% will give 28,800 and 21,600. Interest on capital is payable by firm, so it is expense from firm's point of view and income for partners. Now when we are dealing with current fixed capital method, all the entries other than fixed capital are to be recorded in current account. So interest on capital will be posted to credit of current account as by IOC 28,800 and 21,600. Thereafter, they are also to be provided interest on current account balances at 10%. So based on these balances, they are to be charged or provided interest. Now Hiral has debit balance, so Hiral is required to pay interest. So interest at 10% will be equal to 2,400. Hiral is required to pay, so it will be income from firm's point of view. So interest on debit balance of current account would be recorded as income and it will be charged to partner. Whereas Bhadresh has credit balance, so Bhadresh is supposed to receive interest, so it will be expense from firm's point of view. Interest on credit balance of partner Bhadresh 3,600 and income from partner's point of view, so his account would be credited. Then coming towards interest on drawings, so for that we need to record drawings. Drawings were 36,000 and 48,000, which are accordingly to be recorded. Then coming towards drawings, the drawings first effect will be recorded on credit side of partner's current account as withdrawals made by partner, that is 36,000 and 48,000. Second effect is not required here. Coming towards next point, calculation of interest on drawings. So interest on drawing is charged by the firm, so it is considered as income from firm's point of view. It was at the rate of 12%. So based on 36,000 at the rate of 12% for half year, because this partner has withdrawn on 1st October. Same way 48,000 into 12% for 3 months, because this partner is withdrawn on 1st January. So accordingly interest on drawings will be equal to 2160 and 1440. total comes to 3600, and second effect of same, it is expense from partner's point of view, so partner is liable to pay, so it will be considered as an expense and debited to his account. Then coming towards next point, after charging interest on drawings, partner Bhadresh is entitled to salary of 2400 per month. So if we multiply it with 12, it will be equal to 28,800, and same salary as payable by firm will be expense and income from partner's point of view, so it will be credited to partner's current account, rupees 28,800. After salary, coming towards next point, that was related to commission. Now for commission, as provided in question, partner Hiral was entitled to commission of 10%, and that was based on profit after all the appropriations. So total of credit, that is 4,06,800 plus 2,400 plus 3,600 minus 50,400 minus 3,600 minus 28,800, and the resulting balance comes to 3,30,000. So on this amount, 3,30,000 into rate of commission was 10%. So into 10 divided by, as given in question, she was entitled to commission after deduction of her share of profit. So it means after charging such commission. So whenever after charging such commission is given, we need to apply 100 plus rate. So it will be equal to 110. On further simplification, it will be equal to 30,000. Commission paid by firm will be expense from firm's point of view and income from partner's point of view. So it will be credited to partner's current account. Finally, on balancing, we will get the resulting difference, that is net divisible profit. So total of credit minus total of debit including commission will give us 3 lakh, and that 3 lakh will be distributed among partners in form of net divisible profit, and the ratio of divisible profit was 3:2. So 3 lakh divided into 3:2, that is 3 by 5 and 2 by 5. On simplification, it will give 1,80,000 and 1,20,000. The same will be credited to partners capital account by P&L appropriation or by NDP, 1,80,000 and 1,20,000. And finally, we need to carry out balancing. Under normal circumstances, there are no entries in fixed capital, so fixed capital would be same on both the sides. So total of credit 2,40,000 will be the total, the same total on debit side, and difference will also be equal to 2,40,000 and 1,80,000. Whereas in case of current account, it keeps on changing. So sum of credit minus sum of debit will give us 2,39,040. Same way for Hiral, sum of credit 171,600 minus sum of debit will give us 95,760, and that would be the way we need to prepare this account. Okay, now let us go through question number 10. Sharda, Jamna and Ganesh are partners in a firm. On 1st April 16, their capitals were 72,000, 48,000 and 24,000 respectively. As per partnership deed, 5% interest is payable on opening capital, 8% interest will be charged on drawings, monthly salary of 700 payable to Sharda, half the profit will be distributed among partners in equal proportion and remaining half in proportion of opening capital. So opening capital ratio was 72, 48 and 24, that is 3:2:1. Half profit equally and half profit in 3:1. Then on 1st April 16, Ganesh has withdrawn 6,000 from the firm for his personal use. Date of withdrawal is given 31st December, so accordingly interest will be calculated for 3 months. Profit of the firm for the year ending 31st March 17 after charging interest on drawings but before considering the above mentioned adjustment was rupees 81,600. Now one point to be kept in mind. The profit provided here in question is after interest on drawings. Under normal case, we have profit before all the appropriations, and this is profit after IOD. Before the distribution of profit to partners after consideration of above mentioned adjustment, surplus of profit 20% but not less than 18,000 are to be transferred to general reserve. So that depends upon the divisible profit. Whatever the divisible profit comes, of that 20% has to be set aside for general reserve, but condition is it should not be less than 18,000. And from the above information, we are required to prepare P&L appropriation and partners capital account. Under this case, we are not specifically given fixed capital balances, so it is implied we are dealing with fluctuating capital method. So under fluctuating capital method, we are required to prepare only two things. One is P&L appropriation account and second is partners capital account. Coming towards the solution part, two things required were P&L appropriation and partners capital. Now entry wise, step by step, the very first thing, as provided in question. They are fixed their capital balances. So capital balances will be recorded in partners capital account. Credit balances of capitals were 72,000, 48,000 and 24,000. Then second hint provided in the question was providing interest on capital at 5% per annum. So interest on capital based on their opening capital 72, 48 and 24,000 at the rate of 5% will be 3,600, 2,400 and 1,200. Now same interest on capital paid by firm, so it will be expense from firm's point of view 36, 24 and 1,800 and 1,200. So total comes to 7,200, and second effect of same in partners capital account on credit side 3,600, 2,400 and 1,200. Then second is partner was to be charged interest on drawings at 8%. So interest on drawing is income from firm's point of view and expense from partner's point of view. In this case, first we need to note down the value of drawings. So drawings was made only by partner Ganesh. So amount of drawings made by Ganesh was 6,000. That was on 31st December. So accordingly 3 months interest will be calculated. So 6,000 at the rate of 8% for 3 months will give 120. Now interest on drawing will be received by firm. So firm's income 120 rupees, and second effect of same will be in partner's capital account on debit side, as partner is required to pay to interest on drawings rupees 120. Then next point, monthly salary of 700 is payable to Sharda. So salary expense from firm's point of view 700 into 12, that will give 8,400, and it is income from partner's point of view. So partner's capital account will be credited by 8,400. And then coming towards transfer of reserve, there were no further entries. We need to transfer certain amount of profit to reserves. So about same, before that we need to identify the value of profit of the firm. The profit for the year ending was rupees 81,600, but it was after charging interest on drawings. The amount of profit provided in question is 81,600, and that is after interest on drawings. But under normal course we need profit before all these entries, yani before interest on drawings. So if 81,600 is inclusive of IOD, if we exclude IOD, that means if we deduct IOD, the resulting balance comes to 81,480. So actual profit before IOD was 81,480. If we again club it, 81,480 plus 120 will give us 81,600. That is profit after IOD. Once we identify this amount, now we need to carry out balancing. 81,480 plus 120, that is 81,600, minus 7,200 minus 8,400, and this will give us rupees 66,000. Now the rate of profit to be transferred to general reserve was 20%. So 66,000 into 20% gives us 13,200. But the condition was minimum 18,000 has to be transferred. So among these two, we can transfer only 18,000. We can't transfer 13,200 because it is less. So 18,000 will be transferred to general reserve, and the same will be recorded. Second effect of same would be recorded in balance sheet, which we are not required to prepare. And finally, on balancing, again total of credit minus total of debit will now give us 48,000, and that 48,000 has to be distributed among partners in their respective ratios. So ratios as planned earlier, first half profit was to be distributed between Sharda, Jamna and Ganesh equally, and remaining half in ratio of capital. So first half total profit is 48,000 divided into two parts, 24,000 and 24,000. That 24,000 first half is to be distributed equally to 24,000 divided by 3, that will be 8,000, 8,000, 8,000, and remaining 24,000 in ratio of 3 to 1. So 24,000 into 3 by 6, 24,000 into 2 by 6, and 24,000 into 1 by 6, that will be 12,000, 8,000 and 4,000. So total comes to 8 plus 12, 20,000, 8 plus 8, 16,000, and 8 plus 4, 12,000. So 20, 16 and 12,000 would be their respective values of divisible profit, and the same divisible profit will be credited to partners capital account. And finally we will be carrying out balancing and ascertaining the differences in their capital accounts. So that is the way of preparation of capital account by fluctuating capital method. Thank you. Have a good day.